So, that was a bit of a heartbreaker there in Game 1 of our doubleheaders. The Indians fall 8-7, a walk-off win for North Medford. Roseburg will try to bounce back for Game 2 of our doubleheader and see if they can take the series against North Medford. Both teams with one win in the series so far. Roseburg will go to 15-7 on the season, 11-6 in conference play. North Medford goes to 13-11 overall, and 8-9 in conference play as they look to try and secure a postseason berth with a top 4 finish in the Southwest Conference. We've got Game 2 coming up here in a little bit, but to help fill a little bit of time while I run and go get lineups for Game 2, I stopped by the dugout before the start of Game 1 and talked to the players. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, if you were unaware, and I asked them all what they'd like to say to their moms for a very special Mother's Day treat this year here on The Score. So we bring you that now, and you can hear what all the guys have to say about their moms here on Mother's Day. It was obviously Mother's Day, so we thought we'd run through real quickly with the Roseburg Indians. Garrett Russell first. What's something nice to say about your mom?
I'd like to thank her for just, being here for me all the time, the miles, money, and motivation. Oh, that's catchy.
Oh, there you go. That's good. You can put that on a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Caden Johnson.
I'd like to thank my mom for doing everything she does for me and always coming to support me at my baseball games.
Cool. All right. Evan, right? Ethan. Dang it. That's what happens. Ethan, what do you got to say about your mom here?
Thank you for being there and supporting me through my entire life.
All right. Sounds good. Cody Johnson.
I'd like to thank my mom for, being my mom.
That's always a good thing. I wish she was somebody else's mom.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. No, I think I'm the luckiest guy out there to have the mom I have. So thank you, Mom, for everything you do for me. I love you.
All right. Jay Stoffel, anything quick to say about your mom?
I just want to thank her for always being there and everything I need. She always displays it for me.
Awesome. Terrell Jack, something to say about your mom?
Mom, thank you for everything, and you're beautiful, and I love you.
I'm going to be in the way of somebody's picture, so while the other guys do this here real quick. It's quite the media affair here today for Roseburg and North Medford baseball, so I'm going to fill a little bit of airtime for a second, and we'll wait here. All right. Where did we leave off here?
Right here.
Luke Lucido. All right. Something nice to say about your mom?
I want to thank her for coming to all my games and supporting me and raising me up like I am today. Thank you, Mom. Love you.
All right. Jonathan Stone.
Just like to thank her for everything she does. I definitely would not be half the man I am today without her, and I love her unconditionally.
There you go. I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you by your face yet.
Luke Van Norman.
Luke Van Norman. There we go. All right. If you don't have a number on your back just yet. So, Luke, what do you want to say about your mom?
I'd like to thank her for doing everything she does and making sure I have everything for everything I do.
All right. Thanks, Luke. Doran Gillespie.
I want to thank her for everything and all the support and coming to all my games.
All right. This is going to be Mason Littlefield?
That's right.
Yes, process of elimination here. I'm starting to learn the young guys. Mason, anything you want to say about your mom tomorrow?
Yeah, just, I love her a lot, and thank you for all the support that she gives me, and, get through my day.
All right. And last but not, we got a couple of guys here still left. He was just the last one sitting here. Jet Black.
just want to say thanks for all the support and coming on to the games, and I love her.
All right, that's a good message right there. Brody Black.
Jet covered it, but I also want to thank my mom for my lucky tackle box subscription. That's pretty cool. And thanks for coming to all my games.
And I think this is the end of the line here, Zach Mandera.
I want to thank my mom for driving all these miles and supporting me with whatever she does. I love you, Mom.
All right, there you go. Happy Mother's Day to all moms out there that help support these ball players. We'll be back with more Roseburg baseball here on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. How long we got? Oops. Getting ready to go for game number 2. It's our Dr. Kobernick Family Dental Intermission Show, pregame, whatever you want to call it. We get ready for our second game of a doubleheader. I got back here and in a rush to utilize the time of that interview that we had there with all the players, asking them to say something nice about their moms. I realized I think I forgot to unmute the video stream, so those of you that might have been trying to catch that on the video stream, I apologize. I don't think you were able to hear that, but we will cut that up and post it to our Facebook page, and we'll put it up there tomorrow for Mother's Day. We'll post that and share what the guys had to say about their moms for a very special Mother's Day coming up tomorrow. So we'll do that on our Facebook page, 1490 The Score on Facebook. If you're not already a fan, there's your opportunity to sign up and like the page and follow us and get to hear what the guys said about their moms for Mother's Day. It was kind of fun to do that and kind of threw that on them there. Oh, what? But they did all right. So we get ready for game 2. Game 1 not going Roseburg's favor. They led big 6-1, couldn't hold on to the advantage. Only one hit after the third inning, and they end up falling in a walk-off 8-7. North Medford pulling off the victory. Taking a look quickly here, let's get a Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update from the JV game. The Roseburg JV team won 6-5 in 10 innings. So the JV team picking up the victory. The Roseburg Indians will look to try and get the game 2 of this doubleheader, and that would give them the series win against North Medford this season. So big one coming up, and for North Medford, if they get a sweep here today, I think that pretty much will lock up the 4th spot for them in the Southwest Conference standings, which would get them into the playoffs. Roseburg has already secured a playoff spot, so it's not like it's going to kill them if they don't get it, but obviously you don't go into a game not wanting to win. As we get ready for first pitch coming up here in a few, we will keep putting together things. I'm going to see if I can find a lineup card for North Medford as well. I'm not sure how much more time we've got here. It looks like the field's just about ready, so it might be coming up here in just a few moments on exactly who is going to be playing where. I think let's go ahead and take another break, and then we'll come back and try and get you all squared away for this one here today. Roseburg and North Medford, game 3 of their season series, and they got a big one coming up. For North Medford, they are looking to try and get into the postseason. For Roseburg, trying to finish off the conference slate with a win against the Black Tornado. We'll come back with more of today's action for you here from Jim Maccabee Field at North Medford High School on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. Okay, man.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Head coaches are heading out to the middle of the field, out to home plate, getting ready to exchange the lineup cards. We do have Roseburg's lineup, so we'll run through that and we'll kind of piece together North Medford's as we get off and rolling here. Just not enough time in between games to get everything done, and so we'll just make it happen as we go along. For the Roseburg Indians, leading things off will be Garrett Russell, playing in center field. Batting second and playing at shortstop will be Caden Johnson. Playing at first base, batting third is Jonathan Stone, followed by the first time in the starting lineup this season, the senior Luke Lucido will hit in the cleanup spot, and he will DH today for second baseman Luke Van Norman. In the 5-hole, you've got Zach Mandera playing at third base after pitching in Game 1. Cody Johnson will pitch in Game 2. He hit sixth, followed by the left fielder Doran Gillespie. Batting eighth and playing at the catcher position is Terrell Jacks. And the 9-hitter playing in right field is Jet Black. That is a look at your Supercuts starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians. Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. Well, we want to thank our sponsors helping us get through this game. Dr. Kobernick Family Dental pregame show. They are helping us get all caught up here for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. They go out of their way to make your experience warm, comfortable, and friendly. Call Dr. Kobernick today at 673-6525 or stop by at 1600 Northwest Hewwood in Roseburg. Also like to thank our sponsor, Fisher's Hearth and Home. They sponsor the pregame coaches interview. Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. That's Fisher's Hearth and Home. North Medford will take the field, so we can start to tell you some of their defensive alignment as we get our look around the diamond. It's Ryan Sandoval on the mound for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Behind the plate, I believe, will be Robbins, Josh Robbins, getting the start back there. Out at first base looks to be Zach Collins, who was the starting pitcher in Game 1 but didn't last very long. At second base is Quentin Rummery. Out at shortstop for Game 2, I believe will be Brandon King. It is. Again, piecing this together as we go around. As we continue to look around the diamond, at third base is Huffman, Jeremiah Huffman. Out in left field, that will be Nick Samudio out in left. In center field will be Gassman. And out in right field, you will have Ryan Cloak, I believe, actually. So we got the defensive alignment. We'll figure out the batting alignment as they go through. Leading things off against Ryan Sandoval will be Garrett Russell. Russell had a couple of hits in Game 1 of the doubleheader. He'll look to try and start things off for Roseburg, kind of like they did in Game 1. They started out really nice. The Indians just did not finish, and that was the message I got from the locker down in the dugout when I headed down to get Roseburg's starting lineup. First pitch misses for ball 1, and we are underway in Game 2 of today's ball game. Today's doubleheader. 1-0 pitch to Russell is taken for strike 1. A 1-1 count. Russell, Johnson, Stone due up here in the first inning against Ryan Sandoval. The 1-1, Russell fights it off to the right side, and it'll sneak through. Gets between first and second into right field, and Russell will pick up his first hit here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. One man on, nobody out. Always nice to get the leadoff man on. Up to bat next, Caden Johnson, the shortstop, had a tough one in Game 1, went 0 for 5 as a throw over to first to check on Russell. So he's looking to break out of a funk here after having a tough go of it in the first game. He's been hitting very well this season, but just had a tough one the first time. He puts down a bunt, third base side. It was in the air, charging in. Third baseman will get it. Throw to first to Collins. And Huffman will make the play across the diamond for out number 1, a sack bunt laid down by Johnson. Russell up into scoring position at second base, 1 down. So 1 on, 1 down, man in scoring position. Up to bat, Jonathan Stone saw his hit streak come to an end in the first game because he was walked 3 times, twice intentionally. And he just did not really get much of a chance to try and hit in the first game of the doubleheader. So he was not really able to extend his hitting streak. Stands in here looking to drive in Russell. He'll take a first pitch strike. Gives him an 0-1 count. Stone playing at first base. Oh, 0-1 delivery to him. Breaking ball inside. Evens it up at a 1-1 count. Luke Lucido waits on deck. First time this season he's been in the starting lineup. He had a shoulder injury game 1 of the basketball season. It was thought he might miss all of the baseball season as a pitch low for Stone gives him a 2-1 count. But he's been able to make his way back. He's had 2 pinch hit at-bats. He's 1 for 2 on the season. And now he gets a chance to start in today's ball game. Stone will stand back in. He's got a 2-1 pitch coming up from Sandoval. Reaches for it, pulls it towards third. It's picked up there. Russell's in a rundown between third and second. He'll head back towards third. He'll go underneath, but gets tagged on the head. Stone will be on at first. And that is your second out. Russell caught out with the base running between second and third. So 2 down. And the Indians trade a man at second for a man at first. And Luke Lucido will hit next. And he'll have first pitch called for a strike. Fielder's choice putting Stone on at first, so still looking for his first hit of the day. 0-1 pitch for Lucido. High and inside. Evens it up at a 1-1 count. Luke stands back in. Swings. This one a line drive to center. It'll fall in for a base knock, and he almost seems to pick up right where he left off last year. One of the best hitters in the Southwest Conference. And he will put one to center field for a 2-out single. 2 hits in the inning for Roseburg. They've got runners at first and second with 2 down. And up next, Zach Mandera. Zach had a couple of hits in game 1. Pitched pretty nicely on the mound, but the Indians couldn't hold the lead for him. First pitch outside for ball 1. Stone at second, Lucido at first. At the plate, Zach Mandera, the 1-0 pitch. Called strike 1. 1-1 count. Mandera playing at third base here in game 2. Sandoval on the mound. The righty will deliver. Swing and a miss at a pitch low and away. Zach chasing after one there. And he's got a 1-2 count. Cody Johnson, the starter here for game 2. The pitcher waiting on deck. Sandoval looking for a payoff pitch. The 1-2. Mandera rifles one towards second base, but it's caught by Rummery. The line out to the second baseman for the final out, and the Indians leave a couple of guys on base. Cannot take advantage of the leadoff man on. No runs on 2 hits. There were no errors for North Medford. 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 ball game on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union. There whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Game 2 of our doubleheader, the Roseburg Indians and the North Medford Black Tornadoes squaring off here. Let's go ahead and take a look around the diamond, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. On the mound in Game 2, it's Cody Johnson, the right-handed starter for Cody, making his 7th start of the season. He's got a 1-2 record, 4.28 ERA. He has thrown 34 and a third innings. 34 strikeouts, 18 walks. He's on the mound. His battery mate, Terrell Jacks, behind the plate. Jonathan Stone at first. Luke Van Norman at second. Caden Johnson at short and Zach Mandera at third. In the outfield from left to right, Doran Gillespie, Garrett Russell, and Jet Black. That is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. Leading things off for North Medford will be Quentin Rumry. First man up. First pitch swinging. He fouls away for strike one. Roseburg unable to do anything in the first inning. Had a couple of runners on base, but leave them there. Rumry will try to get things started for North Medford. He was part of the 7th inning that saw them come away with the victory in Game 1 as he takes a called strike, 0-2 count. Waiting on deck is Brandon King, the shortstop. So we kind of learned the starting lineup together with you, as we didn't get a lineup card before the game. Pitch misses, a 1-2 count now for Rumry. Delivery from Johnson. Jammed him. This one popped in the air. Stone will take it at first for out number 1. One down. Nobody on. And up next, Brandon King. King, the shortstop, went without a hit in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Steps in here trying to get something going. Johnson will wind and fire into the shortstop. First pitch, breaking ball for strike 1. Swing and a miss out of King for strike 2. Johnson looking for the strikeout. The 0-2, he fouls it back. Waiting on deck will be Ryan Sandoval, the pitcher for Game 2 of our doubleheader. 0-2 delivery. Ooh, just misses on the outside edge for Cody Johnson. And it'll be a 1-2 count now against Brandon King. 1-2 is in the dirt, goes to a 2-2 count. So we found out JV won in extra innings in Game 1 of their doubleheader today. Roseburg softball lost in Game 1 of their doubleheader against North Medford. And, of course, the Roseburg baseball team lost in Game 1. Check swing. He didn't go, so it's just ball 3. It appears that Brandon King thought that he had gone around for strike 3, and it was in the dirt, so he ran down to first. So that's going to just be a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Back to the plate goes Brandon King after he thought he had swung and missed at strike 3. Johnson's 3-2 in the dirt, and that'll be ball 4. So walk issued with 1 away, man on at base. Ryan Sandoval will hit. Sandoval stands in. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Take a look back here. Went 0 for 3, drew a walk in the 7th inning, was the game-tying run as he'll swing and miss at the first pitch for strike one. Johnson looking to try and keep it a scoreless game as he'll throw over to first base. No tag applied. John O'Gassman, the cleanup hitter, waiting on deck. Another throw over to first base and back in safely will go King. Senior day for North Medford today, so they celebrated that before our doubleheader as they pitch out. At least that's kind of what it looked like. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but it'll make it a 1-1 count here against Sandoval. Johnson will check first before coming set. Cody delivers. They do run. Swing and a miss at the plate. Throw to second. Not quite in time. Applying the tag, the shortstop, Caden Johnson. Couldn't get it down in time to throw a little bit high, but a pretty quick one there out of Terrell Jacks. Gave him an opportunity, but King in with a stolen base. Man into scoring position. It was a swing and a miss at the plate out of Ryan Sandoval. He's got a 1-2 count. The delivery from Johnson. He'll step off the rubber. One ball, two strikes against the three-hitter, the pitcher, Ryan Sandoval. Pitch outside, and it'll go to a 2-2. Again, track and field really seeming like it's picking up back behind us here. The Southwest Conference District meet going on, hosted by North Medford. Roseburg looking to have a few athletes advance on to the state championship tournament next weekend. Breaking ball misses low and inside. It'll go to a full count once again. Back-to-back hitters taking Cody Johnson to a full count. Cody looking for a much-needed out here with a man out at second. 3-2 pitch. Did he go around? No. And the appeal says no once again. And that is another walk issued by Cody Johnson on a full count pitch. So 2 walks to put runners on, first and second. Up to hit next, John O'Gassman. Playing in center field here in Game 2. He picked up the win in Game 1 in a relief appearance. He was the third pitcher used by North Medford. Johnson facing some trouble here in the first. Gassman squared to bunt, pulled it back, and takes for strike one. Going to need to have somebody cover the left side of the infield in case of a bunt, and that's the discussion going on between Mandera and Johnson. The pitcher's got to come off the mound to field on the third base side. Caden Johnson right on top of second, holding the runner on. Runner not going, and now you've got a man off of first. Throw down to second, not going to be there. They could have gone to first base, where the runner Ryan Sandoval was way off the bag. But Terrell throws down to second, can't get anybody out there. It's a 1-1 count. Against Gassman. 2 runners on. First and second, just 1 away. Breaking ball, strike called. That froze Gassman there. He didn't know where that one was going. Started to duck out of the way a bit. A 1-2 count coming up. Johnson looking for the strikeout, and it's a foul ball. Fouled away to the visiting dugout down the third base side. Again, a 1-2 pitch coming up for Johnson. Throw to the plate. It's high with the off speed, and it goes 2-2. Cody checks second, fires in. The comebacker goes up the middle. It's fielded by Johnson. No throw to first. He gets the out at second. Caden standing on the bag, bobbled it a bit, but he was able to bring it in, get the out at second. Out number 2. Gassman gets on with the fielder's choice. Up to third base goes Brandon King. The Indians 1 out away from getting out of this first inning without giving up the lead. And it'll come up to Brady Buchanan, the left-handed hitter. Had a good game in game 1. Scored the game-winning run, and he'll take the first pitch low for ball 1. One 0 count. 2 on, 2 out. Throw over to first. Back in safely goes the runner. Buchanan must be DHing here. Pitch in. No runner actually going. Somebody yelled runner from, I think, the North Medford dugout. Terrell Jacks came up throwing. Doesn't end up hurting him, though. 2 balls, no strikes here against Buchanan. Breaking ball called for a strike. Two-one delivery for Johnson. Runner is going this time. No throw from Terrell, and in safely will go Gassman to second base. 3-1 count at the plate for Buchanan. Left-handed hitter at the plate against the right-handed thrower, Cody Johnson. 3-1 pitch, and he fouls it off his foot. And it gives him a full count pitch coming up. The runners are at second and third, so no force out to run the to move the runners on the pitch. So they'll be waiting for contact. 3-2 delivery out of the windup for Cody. Chopper towards short, picked up by Caden. Throw to first, and the Indians will get the final out. 6-3 the put out. Buchanan grounds out to finish off the first. No runs on no hits. There were 2 walks, 2 men left on base, no Roseburg errors. We head to the top of the second inning, scoreless ball game. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Start the second inning here. Roseburg Baseball with you on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score and streaming with video at 541radio.com. Scoreless ball game. Indians need to get their bats going. Leading things off for Roseburg will be Cody Johnson, the pitcher. First pitch swinging, line drive over second base and into right field. First pitch swinging there for Cody, and he'll get himself on at first. That'll be Roseburg's third hit of the ball game already. But they have so far not been able to cash in with it. Man on at first, nobody out. Up to bat next is Doran Gillespie. First pitch for Gillespie, a fastball, bottom of the strike zone, called for a strike by The home umpire, Ryan Sandoval, works ahead early. Gillespie playing in left field. The 0-1 pitch to him. Breaking ball for strike 2. Way ahead in the at-bat. Sandoval delivers the 0-2. Gillespie chases it. That one goes towards third. Only plays across the diamond to first. The ball's overthrown. Gillespie spins out trying to go for second. Up to third will go the pinch runner, Mason Littlefield, running for Cody Johnson. And a throwing error will get Doran Gillespie on at first. Spun out in the grass trying to make his way to second base. And so he just decides to stay at first. Probably the wise decision there. Runners on the corner with nobody out. And up to bat will be Terrell Jacks. First pitch to Terrell, low and outside for ball 1. Terrell did get in on base with a couple of walks in game 1. He'll put a ball in play out towards center field. This could drive in the go-ahead run deep enough, and Gassman had to keep going back on that one. He makes the catch, and it drives in Mason Littlefield, scoring in place of Cody Johnson, and the Indians take a 1-0 lead. Sacrifice fly to center field for Terrell Jacks. He gets the job done. 1 away. Gillespie stayed at first. Up to bat will be the 9-hitter, Jet Black. One-0 count coming up here for Jet. Outside corner called for a strike. 1-0 lead for Roseburg, top of the second inning, looking to try and win the series against North Medford. Gillespie running, ball in the air on the infield. Gillespie's got to try and get back to first. And that one is caught just in fair territory by the first baseman. And Gillespie had plenty of time to get back. Jet put that one way up in the air. Gillespie going to be a little bit gassed after that one. He was almost a second by the time he put on the brakes and got back to first. But he's in safely. 2 down now. Still man on at first. Top of the lineup back up. Garrett Russell will stand in, first pitch high for him for ball 1. Garrett reached on a single to right field his first time up, but then was caught in a rundown between second and third. Pulls this one to third base. Up with it. Huffman will throw to first, and he'll make it accurately across the diamond this time. His error, though, does help the Indians keep the inning going early on. And Roseburg takes advantage. They get one across here in the second and lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks the outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer, and you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Cody Johnson's hit to lead off the second inning for the Indians leads to a run, and now Johnson back on the mound has a 1-0 cushion to work with. The Indians leading North Medford here in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Ryan Klauck. He puts this one high in the air out towards center. It goes over the top of Garrett Russell. He'll pick it up and throw it back in towards second. Knocked down there by shortstop Caden Johnson. A leadoff double for Ryan Klauck out to center field. He got all of that one to the deepest part of the park and leads things off with a man in scoring position for North Medford. So first pitch swinging there. He gets a hold of that one. Up to hit next, Zach Collins. Collins, the first baseman. Squaring to bunt. He'll push it first base side. Picked up by Cody Johnson. His only play is to flip it to first. And a sac bunt. 1-3, the put out. Now moves the game tying run. Ryan Klauck up to third. So he didn't take long to do that. Just lays down the sac bunt on the first pitch. First pitch in for a strike now against the hitter, the catcher, Robbins, Josh Robbins. Takes strike two. And he falls behind 0-2 quickly. 0-2 pitch coming up for Johnson with a man on at third and one out. Check swing towards third. Mandera's only play is the first. The game will be tied. And Robbins with the ground out will drive in the game tying run. 5-3 the put out, 2 down. All squared up at 1 apiece with 2 outs. Check swing that he just got enough of and put it into fair territory. Mandera really, it just took so long to get to him. He had no other place to go than to first. First pitch now to the 9-hitter. This is Nick Samudio playing in left field. Fouled away the first pitch he saw. And this will round out the starting 9 for North Medford. Evened up the count at 1-1 as he takes a ball. 1-1 count for the 9-hitter, Nick Samudio. Puts this one in the air out towards right center. Garrett Russell underneath it, and that'll wrap it up. But leadoff double, and then some small ball for North Medford. They even up the game. It's a 1-1 contest as we go to the third inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Start of the third inning, Roseburg Baseball is brought to you by Clint Newell Auto Groups. Leading things off for Roseburg, it'll be Caden Johnson, second at bat of the game. He laid down a sac bunt in the first, so officially 0 for 0 today. First delivery from Ryan Sandoval. Swung on, this one high in the air towards left field, going into foul territory. And just before he crosses the chalk line to go out of play, The left fielder, Nick Samudio, able to make the play. Almost as if he was a wide receiver in football. He keeps the feet in bounds and makes the catch for out number 1. And the tough day for Caden Johnson continues. He has not been quite so ineffective at the plate all season. He's been actually a really good hitter for the Roseburg Indians in that 2 spot. First pitch now for Jonathan Stone is low and outside for ball 1. Not often we say this, but Stone's still looking for his first hit of the day. Didn't get a hit in game 1. Has hitless so far in game 2. Pitch high and outside for a 2-0 count now to him. He was walked 3 times in game 1, so it wasn't like he was ineffective at the plate, but just didn't get a hit, ending his 13-game hit streak. Takes low for ball 3. Stone will stand back in, maybe looking for his 4th walk of the day. Game 1 and 2 combined. 3-0 pitch, likely taking all the way here. Sandoval will wind and fire, and he does get one across for a strike. This at-bat obviously not trying to walk Jonathan Stone, but they know he's a dangerous hitter. 3-1 pitch. Stone gets this one in the air out towards center field. Gassman going back. He'll make the catch for the second out. A couple of pop-ups so far for Roseburg. Have not done the job. And there's 2 down. Up next, Luke Lucido had a hit in the first inning in just his 3rd at-bat of the year, and he'll take high and away for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch now for Lucido, playing as the DH. He'll take a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Zach Mandera waits on deck. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Goes 2-1. Bounces off of the shoulder of the catcher, Joshua Robbins. Pitch low again for Lucido, and he's got a 3-1 count. We'll be looking for something to try and hit here. Get this inning started. Roseburg nobody on, 2 down. Sandoval will get a strike across low and outside corner. 3-1 count, you can be selective. That was a tough one to try and hit unless you were looking for something exactly in that spot. 3 balls, 2 strikes against Luke. The pitch, fouls it away to stay alive. It'll be another 3-2 count as he stands back in. So Lucido was 1 for 2 coming in. His 1 hit on the year was a double before his single that he had in the first inning. The 3-2 pitch, breaking ball that does not break, and there's ball 4. So Sandoval issues a walk. That is his first of the outing. And the Indians will get a runner on with 2 outs, and Zach Mandera will try to make up for a line out to second base in the first inning. They finished off that first inning with runners at first and second. It was pretty well hit, just went right up the middle, and playing perfectly was Quentin Rummery. First pitch misses for ball 1. Mandera stands in. He'll take a strike at the top of the zone on the outer third. Hitting with that bright orange bat yet again this year. He used it last year as well. Throw over to first base. Lucido back in and almost all ready to take his lead again before the throw was even getting there. Sandoval looking to get out of the 3rd inning without giving up any damage. He misses outside, and it's a 2-1 count against Mandera. He's allowed 3 hits so far in the game, but no hits here in the 3rd. Got a couple of quick outs on pop-ups, and now a visit out to the mound for the North Medford coaching staff. Well, again, we want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day coming up tomorrow. In between games, we had the players sending out happy Mother's Day wishes to their mothers, and I got asked about that as I was running down to get the lineup card. When are you going to play that? Oh, it's on right now. Oh. But I told the moms that were here at the game that had heard about it, And I'll let everybody on the video or on the listening audience know that we will put that up on our Facebook page tomorrow for a Happy Mother's Day message from the Roseburg Indians. So if you missed it and want to hear it, want to download it, whatever you want to do, we'll put it up on our Facebook page, a link to it there so that you can check it out. After the timeout there, Zach Mandera back in. He's got a 2-1 count with a man on at first. The pitch is high from Sandoval, and it'll go to a 3-1 count. Last two batters went to full counts against Sandoval. 3-1 here for Mandera, and he'll take what he thought was ball 4. The umpire says, no, that's strike 2. So 3 straight batters going to a full count here against Sandoval. Can Mandera find a way on like Luke Lucido did? The 3-2. Strike 3 called on a pitch inside corner. Once again, Mandera thought it was ball 4. He was already heading for first when the strikeout was called. That'll wrap things up here in the top of the third for the Indians. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Bottom of the third, it's a 1-1 ball game. Roseburg and North Eugene all squared up. First pitch swinging for Quentin Rummery, and once again, he will get a leadoff hit. He did that a couple of times in game 1. First pitch swinging here against Johnson. He takes it right side between second and first, finds his way on base. So Rummery gets on, one man on to lead off things here in the bottom of the third for North Medford. Brandon King will stand in next. Walked his first time up, stole second, but was left stranded at third. He is still without a hit in the doubleheader. First pitch misses here against King. Out at first base, Rummery had a big lead. Came up looking to throw was Terrell, but does not end up throwing down to first base for Jonathan Stone. 1-0 pitch from Johnson. Runner going this time. It's slapped out to right field. This is not going to be caught by Jet Black out there. If he could have come in and got it in the air, he might have had a chance to double off North Medford, but it falls in for a base knock. Up to second goes Rummery. And first and second with nobody out for the Black Tornado. Ryan Sandoval the hit here. It's the top of the lineup for North Medford, and they've got runners on. They're looking to do some damage and take their first lead of the ball game. Roseburg led 1-0, but North Medford tied it up in the bottom of the second. Squaring to bunt, Sandoval will offer, takes a strike, offers at it and gets a strike. Misses with the sac bunt attempt. Gives him an 0-1 count. Wind picking up a bit here, blowing out towards left field. Kind of going right to left across the diamond here, flagpole to flagpole. Squaring to bunt again is Sandoval, and he'll foul this one off for strike 2. So Johnson has gotten ahead on the batter, Ryan Sandoval, who drew a walk in the first. Johnson had to pitch out of some damage in the first. Was able to do it. See if he can do it here. Gets him to pop up in the air. Infield fly rule is in effect, and it's caught by Jonathan Stone at first, and there's your first out of the bottom of the third. One down, still runners at first and second. Up to hit next will be John O. Gassman. Gassman, the center fielder. Able to reach on a fielder's choice on a ball back up the middle. The play was made at second, but that's all the Indians could get at the time. First pitch to him, a breaking ball, and it misses for ball one. Pitch must have been up just a little bit there. 1-0 count for Gassman. Squares to bunt, runners going, throw to third, in time? No! Sliding around the tag, getting into third is Rumry. There's some jeering from the visiting fans, it seems. So runners at second and third. I had a feeling there might have been a strike on the last pitch, but they have it up as a 2-0 count up on the scoreboard. Gassman swinging away. This one fouled up and over behind us. So that'll at least be the first strike. So the double steal works out again for North Medford. It sure looked like they were going to get him at third, but he must have slid around the tag. That's Quentin Rumry. 2-1 pitch, high and inside, and it'll go 3-1. One out, two runners in scoring position for Gassman. Johnson's 3-1, swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove, apparently, and there's strike two. Gassman looking to try and get something out of the infield here to drive in a run if he can. A 3-2 pitch from Johnson. It goes right side. Stopped by Van Norman. He'll knock it down but can't make a play. And a run will come in as North Medford takes a 2-1 lead. Gassman will get on with a single. Drives in a run. Nice job by Van Norman to get to it. Might have saved a run there. If that gets into the outfield with the way it was slow roller there, might have been able to score two. He might have saved a run there, but could not field it cleanly to come up and maybe throw to first to get Gassman. So one out still, runners on the corners. One in, a throw over to first. Back in safely will go Gassman. Kind of an awkward slide for him there, it looked like. Brady Buchanan at the plate, the lefty of the DH, batting for Jeremiah Huffman. First pitch to him is in the dirt from Johnson, and it's a 1-0 count. North Medford now leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Still just one out. Indians need a double play ball here. Last time up, Buchanan did roll one to shortstop. The double play now option not quite there. Is a steal of second for Gassman. He'll get in with defensive indifference. The throw goes up to third to try and check on King, but he got back in before the throw got to the bag. Was in for a strike there against Buchanan. 1-1 count with one away. Runners at second and third. Johnson set. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball towards second. That could have been a double play ball except for the steal, and the run will come in to score on the ground out. Up the third goes Gassman. Scoring was King, an RBI for Buchanan. 4-3 the put out. Two down. 2 runs in. North Medford leading 3-1 on top of Roseburg. Bottom of the 3rd. First pitch, a strike now to Ryan Klauck, the right fielder. The 0-1, Klauck will foul it away. He's got an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss at a pitch outside. Throw down to first, and the out is made. So that'll wrap up things here. Swing and a miss to finish it out, but 2 runs come across for North Medford. They lead 3-1 as we go to the top of the 4th. Roseburg needs to get the offense going on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Cody Johnson, Doran Gillespie, Terrell Jacks lead things off for the Indians here in the top of the 4th inning. They trail our score 3-1 in favor of the Black Tornado. First pitch for Cody. Called for a strike, up and in. He gets the 0-1 count. Sandoval on the mound, rocking and firing. That pitch in the dirt will go to a 1-1 count. Sandoval leading off the inning. The 1-1 pitch is low and outside for a 2-1 count. So far through 3 innings of work for Ryan Sandoval. He's allowed 3 hits and 1 run. He had faced 14 batters. Ground ball right side, goes to second base. Rummery will suffocate the baseball there at second, knocks it down, throws to first for the out. 4-3 the put out, and 1 down as Doran Gillespie will stand in next. Doran so far reached on an error in the second. First pitch to the sophomore is outside and bounces in the dirt. A 1-0 count. Roseburg baseball today brought to you by Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. How about that? There we go. Digging back in, Gillespie. 1-0 pitch from Sandoval. Called for a strike on the outside corner. One delivery. Called to strike again. The zones have been a little interesting today, if you were to ask me. The 1-2 pitch, Doran will take low and inside. That one will be ball 2. Evens it up, 2-2 count. Sandoval out of the windup looking for out number 2. Bounces that one in. He's thrown quite a few in the dirt. Been missing with that location. looking for a payoff pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes against Doran Gillespie. A 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Gillespie will go down looking, and that'll be the second out for North Medford. Two punch-outs in the ballgame so far for Ryan Sandoval. Strikeouts, of course, brought to you by Good Vibrations. First pitch, a called strike here against Terrell. And despite firing quite a few pitches into the turf, Sandoval is doing a nice job here in this 4th frame against the Indians. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen for Terrell. And he's got an 0-2 count. The 0-2, Terrell pops this one up on the infield. Foul territory. Anybody going to get to it? And the ball bobbled around. Did not get caught. I think overran there by Sandoval and the first baseman, Zach Collins. They both had, I think, some issues trying to locate it. Neither could quite get to the spot in time, and it ended up falling. So the foul ball keeps it an 0-2 count here against Terrell. Swing and a miss, and Terrell will go down with the strikeout. So the Indians go down 1-2-3 here in the 4th inning against Ryan Sandoval. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 3-1, North Medford in front of Roseburg on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks the outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer, and you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Start the bottom of the 4th inning with North Medford leading 3-1 at the moment. Joey Kieran here with you from Jim McAbee Field in Medford. Temperatures are climbing. Looking to see if we can find a score of the Grants Pass and Sheldon series. That one will have an effect on North Medford's outcome for the playoffs here today, as the first pitch from Cody Johnson misses low against the leadoff man, Zach Collins. The first baseman will take low again. It'll move to a 2-0 count. A lot of stuff going on today. Mentioned a ground ball up the middle, gets by Cody Johnson, and it'll roll into the center field grass. So that is a leadoff single for Zach Collins. Just trickled through pretty much everybody to get into center. Collins will get his first hit of the game. One on, nobody out. So we mentioned track and field. Everybody over behind us trying to qualify for the state tournament next week. They've also got district tennis going on as a first pitch strike, as squaring the bunt was Josh Robbins. He pulled it back but called the strike against him. So you've got tennis going on there in Roseburg, the Southwest Conference Tennis Tournament. Districts going on there at the Umpqua Valley Tennis Center. Best of luck to everybody competing there. Roseburg had a lot of qualifiers make it to the semis. As a bunt popped up in the air, foul. Terrell Jacks gave it some chase but couldn't get to it. 2 strikes now against Josh Robbins. The Roseburg girls tennis team had 2 singles and 3 doubles all make it to the semifinals, which qualifies you for state. So looking pretty good there. The boys had 1 doubles and 1 singles, I believe it was. Squaring to bunt with 2 strikes. Gets it down in front of home. The throw to first will be there. Robbins, wow, with 2 strikes against him, able to get down the sacrifice bunt. And you've got 1 out. Up to second base goes Collins. Not often you'll see that, but it works out for North Medford. One down, a man at second base. Nick Samudio at the plate. He'll swing and foul tips it for strike 1. So a lot of things getting reported on online today with as much athletics going on. A pitch in for strike 2. Samudio quickly down an 0-2 count. 0-2 delivery coming up for Cody. Man at second base. He checks, throws in, and that one fouled off at the plate. Stays 0-2 against the 9-hitter Samudio. Oh, 0-2 count now. Johnson will come set. Middle infielder's holding the runner on out at second, and Cody will step off. I'm not finding any scores reported on the Grants Pass game, so nothing to report there. Up to 77 degrees here at game 2 as the wind picks up again. Pitch high, 1-2 count now for Nick Samudio, the left fielder. Out at second base is Zach Collins, who reached on a single through the infield his first time up. Swing and a miss by Samudio. Throw down to first. They'll get the out there. Back to second base will go Collins. And the Indians will get the second out there. So 2 down. Back to the top of the lineup. That is the second good vibration strikeout of the game for Cody Johnson. He'll work a breaking ball down low, misses for ball 1 against the leadoff man. That is Quentin Rummery. Rummery 1 for 2 in the game. And time called by North Medford. I think they must be calling for a courtesy runner, a pinch runner there. Going in at second base is going to be that mystery number 4, not somebody I had on my roster card. So they put a pinch runner on at second base for Zach Collins. Two down, a man in scoring position. Rummery at the plate. Breaking ball just misses high and inside. And a 2-0 count. Infield shading him to the right side. He has been a opposite field hitter quite a bit today. Pitch misses upstairs, and it goes 3-0. And the third base coach, that's Brett Wolf out there, he's trying to say, I think that he wants a balk call, I think, on Cody Johnson. He's not getting it, but that's what he's arguing for. The 3-0, strike call in the outside corner. Goes to a 3-1 count now for Rummery. Brandon King waits on deck. King getting his first hit of the afternoon in his last at-bat. Strike 2 called. Johnson will come set again. Checks second. Throws in the 3-2. It goes up the middle. Second baseman Van Norman to first for the final out. And Brett Wolf has been, I think, the entire frame trying to call that there was a balk on Cody Johnson. At least that's what I feel like I'm hearing in my headphones. Thought he was going to go try to talk to the umpires. He does not. He'll head back to the dugout. His team comes up empty after a leadoff man gets out to second base. Johnson does a nice job pitching out of the pressure. It stays a 3-1 lead in favor of North Medford as we go to the top of the fifth inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
9-1-2 hitters due up for Roseburg as we start the fifth inning. They trail 3-1 against North Medford. Jet Black at the plate. First pitch high for ball one as Ryan Sandoval misses upstairs. Sandoval has thrown quite a few pitches, it seems, in this game. Take a look at that as a 1-0 pitch. Jet fouls it off for strike one. Let's see here. Sandoval up to 60 pitches into his fifth inning. Not too terribly high, not outrageous there. He's worked pretty deep in a lot of counts to many hitters. That's kind of why it feels that way, is that foul ball did go off of the catcher, Josh Robbins, and I didn't think it was going to be as serious as it seems to look now, as he's going to have the coach and trainer come out to check him out here. Jet fouling that one off. While we have a moment, let you know today's game brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. No scores to report for you. We'll take a look at our scoreboard here. Get you a scoreboard update brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply. Supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. That's Garrettson Building Supply. 1 run on 3 hits for the Indians. No errors for Roseburg. 3 runs on 5 hits for North Medford. They committed 1 error so far in this ball game. That is a look at the scoreboard there, brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply. One pitch coming up. Robbins stays in the game behind the plate. Jet will pull this one towards third, charging in to get it. Huffman throw to first. Out number 1. So 1 down. Top of the lineup up. Garrett Russell will stand in. Sounds like first baseman might have dropped the ball at the end of that. They still called him out. There's a pitch high for Sandoval. Misses for a 1-0 count here against Garrett. Out of the windup. Garrett will take for a strike on the outside corner. Russell goes around for a check swing, called strike. And that'll give him a 1-2 count. 1 away, nobody on. 1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2 count. Russell trying to get on base for a second time in this game. Had a single to lead off the game. The 2-2. Pulls it third base side. Goes up and eats up Huffman at third into left field. Going to be an error there at third base, but on base goes Garrett Russell with 1 out. Got to make him work for it. And Garrett does just that, getting himself on. Huffman got in front of it. It just rolled up him and into left field. Couldn't field it cleanly. Second error of the game for North Medford. At the plate, Caden Johnson will take outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now for Caden. Sandoval delivers in. Called for a strike, bottom of the strike zone there. 1-1. Wind blowing out to left field still as we are getting close to 80 degrees. Caden swinging, reaching for one on that one. He fouls it away down the right field side and out of play. Russell on at first, 1 out. Roseburg trailing by 2 here in the top of the 5th. 3-1 is our score. Pitch misses, leaving things up for Caden. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to help out his older brother, Cody, who's on the mound. Be headed back out there for the 5th inning. And a balk is called. Balk called against the pitcher there. There's been a lot of just interesting calls in this game. And that's going to get Brett Wolf out of the dugout to go out and have a conversation with the first base umpire as well. Out to second base goes Garrett Russell. So man in scoring position now for Caden Johnson. Garrett Russell out at second base. Indians looking to cut down this deficit. Just 1 away. Base knock might have a chance to bring in Russell. Sandoval's delivery. Line drive shot. Gets over at short into left field. They're going to send Russell around at third. He's going to score easily as the ball misplayed by the center fielder Gassman. And Russell will come in. And the Indians do get one back. They trail by 1 on the base knock. First of the day for Caden Johnson. It's been a struggle for him, but he has been able to he's able to cash in there. Line drive just over the top of the shortstop Brandon King. If he's a couple inches taller, he might have had a chance to get that. Russell scores, and it's 3-2 our score. Jonathan Stone will hit. He fouls one up and away for strike 1. One on, 1 out, 1 in. 3-2 your score. The 0-1 pitch here to Stone. Chops it towards third, goes foul. And he's quickly got an 0-2 count. Stone looking for that first hit of the day as well. Been such a strong hitter all season. Might bring his average down to earth just a little bit, although he has walked 3 times in the doubleheader so far. So he was just 0 for 2 in game 1. He's 0 for 2 here in game 2. Looking for a hit. The 0-2 pitch from Sandoval outside. Got a huge lead at first was Caden Johnson. Had to rush back to the bag. He gets back with a slide, but there was no throw. But he gets down and dirty. Sandoval delivers high and tight. Ball 2. Stone leaning back out of the way just a bit there. 2-2. It's a 3-2 score in favor of North Medford. The 2-2 pitch bounces in the dirt. Johnson was running, and he'll get in safely. Wild pitch moves him up 90 feet, and it's a full count. So man at second, full count at the plate for Jonathan Stone, just 1 away. That takes away that double play up the middle for North Medford. And Jonathan Stone's going to strike out on a pitch that, the guy's 6'7". His knees are pretty high. That one came in pretty low, it seemed like. Punch out there for for out number 2. That's the 4th strikeout of the game for Ryan Sandoval. 2 down. Luke Lucido will stand in, puts this one high in the air out towards right field. And it's caught there by Ryan Klauck. And that'll wrap up things here in the 5th, but the Indians do get one back in the top of the 5th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, 3-2 our score on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. Roseburg Indians back within 1, 3-2 your score. Leading things off for the Black Tornado, the 2-3-4 hitters, Brandon King, Ryan Sandoval, and Jono Gassman. Cody Johnson still on the mound throwing for the Indians as we start the bottom of the 5th. Sun's starting to encroach on my location here. First pitch of the inning, a breaking ball outside, gets by Terrell for a 1-0 count here against Brandon King, the starting shortstop for North Medford. 1 for 1 here in game 2. He chops one left side. Mandera will pick it up on the infield grass and gets it across the stone for out number 1. Third baseman stepping in front to cut that one off. One down, nobody on. Ryan Sandoval will stand in next, the starting pitcher for North Medford here in game 2. And there's a pitch that's low for a 1-0 count, and that gets the Roseburg fans, who have been rather vocal here today. And it's them to ask where that pitch was. This one softly hit to center field. Russell not able to get there in time. It'll bounce in front of him just barely for a 1-out single for Ryan Sandoval. Well, Roseburg fans have been vocal about the strike zone. One on, one away. Jono Gassman, the cleanup man, will stand in. I think that's a ball that if Russell really goes for it and lays out, he can probably catch it most times. But if the one time he doesn't get to it or doesn't make the grab as he slides for it or dives for it, he gets by, there's nobody to back him up, and that's a lot of extra bases for Sandoval. So plays it safe and plays it in front of him as the first pitch, a called strike here against Gassman. That was the same with Jet Black earlier in the game, a ball out to right field that if he goes for it and misses, it gets by for quite some time. Pickoff throw to first, back in safely will go Sandoval. At the dish, Gassman is 1 for 2 in this ball game. Another throw over there and got him! Cody Johnson with the pickoff at first base. 2 down. So it's an 0-1 count at the plate. Picked off at first with Sandoval. 2 down now. Swing and a miss. Another big cut out of Gassman. We've seen that a couple of times. So an 0-2 count. 2 down, nobody on. Gassman trying to get the inning restarted after the pickoff. Swings and misses at a pitch outside. He'll take off for first. Throw down there from Terrell, and the Indians will get out of this 5th inning pretty quickly. That is strikeout victim number 3. Another good vibration strikeout for Cody Johnson. And he gets out of the 5th inning. The Roseburg Indians trail 3-2 as we go to the top of the 6th. Getting late in this one. Indians need to get the offense going on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Ryan Sandoval still on the mound as he starts the 6th inning of work for North Medford. Dirty a little his jersey's a little dirtier here as he starts this 6th inning after getting picked off at first. First pitch to Zach Mandera, looped into left field. Hits it to straightaway left, just over the third baseman. Mandera will get on with his first base hit here in Game 2. Had 2 in Game 1. Reaches on base. So 1 on, nobody out. Cody Johnson will hit next for the Indians. Squaring to bunt. And a balk called again against Sandoval, and up to second base will go Mandera. Well, I know that goes in Roseburg's favor there, but these balk calls, man, there have been more of those in this game than I can recall in a single game. Well, in this doubleheader than I can recall having throughout the year. It's been a lot of them. So balk puts Mandera at second. It's the first pitch of the at-bat now for Johnson, and he fouls away the first one. 0-1 delivery coming up for Cody with Mandera out at second. That's the game-tying run. It goes back up the middle. It'll get through. Mandera, he's going to get sent around third. Gassman up with it. His throw to the plate, offline, and the Indians will tie it up here in the 6th inning. Johnson with the RBI single up the middle. Brings in Zach Mandera, and the balk comes back to haunt North Medford, as it did in the 5th, again here in the 6th. And a visit out to the mound now for head coach Brett Wolf to go talk with his pitcher, and this may be it. This might be it here for Ryan Sandoval. Into the 6th inning, hasn't recorded an out yet. A meeting out there, hasn't taken the baseball from him yet. If we do get a call to the pen, it's brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction. I do see some action going on in the pen over there for North Medford. I can't tell you who's throwing.
11.
Buchanan. Buchanan is in the bullpen throwing. He's the DH. He could come in, just take over for, I guess they'd have to move some things around, but Jeremiah Huffman's at third base. They could just come in for him. Sandoval will stay in the game as Buchanan continues to get loose in the bullpen. Buchanan threw 2 innings in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Squaring to bunt here with a runner on at first and nobody out. Pushes it first base side. Doran Gillespie will push it just too far. It goes foul. All new ball game here. tied up at 3. Roseburg looking to win the series against North Medford. The Indians won at home. That one was, as the wind really picks up, that one was back on April 18th, a 4-2 victory. A strike called. Doran pulled back the bunt attempt late, and the umpire calling the breaking ball for a strike on the outside corner. Wind really is picking up. A lot of umbrellas out for protection from the sun. Those are going to have to be careful. The 0-2 is outside and low. Moves it to a 1-2 count here against Doran. Out at first base is Cody Johnson. Just drove in the game-tying run for the Indians. Gillespie at the plate 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error in the second. The throw in. He gets underneath this one out towards right field. Could be trouble going back. Klauck, he'll settle underneath it. Had a long way to go to get to it, but it hung up in the air. And he's able to run underneath it for out number 1. A fly ball out to right field for Gillespie. Batting next will be Terrell Jacks. Johnson still on at first, now 1 away. We'll look to stay out of the double play ball here for Terrell. Had a sac fly in the second, struck out in the fourth. They'll swing and fouls it back to the netting for strike 1. It was a tight ball game in game 1, a walk-off 8-7 victory for North Medford in the first one. They scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to walk off with the win. Roseburg has fought their way back down 3-1 in this one to tie it up at 3-all. Swing and a miss from Terrell. And he's got an 0-2 count. Terrell will stand back in. Johnson on at first. Sandoval still working for North Medford, and a throw over. Johnson back in. Excuse me, that's no longer Johnson. That is Mason Littlefield. That is the courtesy runner for the pitcher. That one fouled away, heading back behind us. And Terrell will stay alive. Still 0-2 against him. Mason Littlefield running for Cody Johnson out at first. Takes the lead. Sandoval will deliver to the plate. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there for Sandoval. His 5th of the ball game. Strikeouts brought to you by Good Vibrations. Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. 2 away. Jet Black will hit next. 0 for 2 in this ball game. He had a pair of hits in game 1. Went 2 for 3. Swings and off the end of the bat. Hits that one towards the home dugout down the first base side. Littlefield will take a small lead over at first. Throw in is low, and it'll go to a 1-1 count. Sandoval trying to get through this 6th inning with his team not trailing at least. The 1-1. Black hits it towards short, picked up by King. He'll flip to second for the out. They force out Mason Littlefield there. 6-4 the put out to wrap up the top of the 6th inning. But the Indians do get one, and they tie this ball game up. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 man left on base. Head to the bottom of the 6th, 3-3 ball game on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks the outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer in you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
It's 3-3 here from Jim McAbee Field at North Medford High School. Nice day for baseball, just if we could shut off the wind, although that always seems to be the case here at Jim McAbee Field. Really picking up once again. I'm always happy that I have secured my pop-up tent, providing shade to the bleachers. As we sit back behind home for today's ball game, Brady Buchanan will lead things off for North Medford against Cody Johnson. First pitch, a swing and a miss. An 0-1 count. It's a win, man. Really picking up. The 0-1 from Johnson in the dirt goes 1-1. Cody into his 6th inning of work. He's given up 6 hits to North Medford, 3 runs. Fires low. Goes 2-1 against Brady Buchanan, who was 0 for 2 in this ball game, but his last ground out drove in a run that made it a 3-1 game at that time. Breaking ball called for a strike outside corner. The left-handed batter versus the right-handed pitcher. The 2-2 was a little inside and a little low, and it'll go to a full count. Johnson trying to get the leadoff man here. Swing and a miss. Buchanan goes chasing one upstairs. That one probably out of the strike zone there. He goes after it. It is a strikeout, and that is number 4 on the day for Cody Johnson. 1 down. Nobody on base as Ryan Klauk will stand in. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Fouls off the first pitch. Looks like the final score as we get a Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Final score from the softball matchup today. North Medford takes game 2 of that doubleheader against Roseburg. 3-1 your final score. There's a pitch outside for a 1-1 count now for Klauk. So North Medford drops 2 against, Roseburg drops 2 against North Medford at home. That means the Indians will likely finish 3rd in the Southwest Conference standings, and I guess North Medford has secured the Southwest Conference Championship outright for softball this year. Well, there you go. Swing and a miss out of Klauk. He's got a 1-2 count here, looking for the payoff pitch. Johnson winds and fires, and it's fouled back. It'll stay a 1-2 count. That one just off the end of the glove for Terrell. Couldn't get it into the mitt for a strike 3. Out of the windup, Johnson delivers in. Breaking ball. And first base is given. I think it hit him. The umpire going to say it hit his wrist. So they're going to say that's a hit by pitch. And now a visit out to the mound, it looks like, for Richie Charles to come talk with Cody Johnson, calm him down after a call that didn't go Roseburg's way. He'll make his way out to the mound. 1 on, 1 out. Zach Collins will be up next. So Richie will finally make his way to the mound there. I think he was either giving a look or trying to have a conversation with the home umpire. Neither was working, and now Troy Thompson is going to come out to have a conversation. So timeout here in the game. So again, it looks like North Medford softball going to win the outright Southwest Conference title with the losses in both games for Roseburg softball. I believe that means they'll finish 3rd in the conference. They are headed to the playoffs, but they finished 3rd. They were hoping to possibly move up a little bit in the standings if they were able to get a sweep today against North Medford, but didn't happen for them there. Got track and field going on behind us. Tennis is going on up in Roseburg at the Umpqua Valley Tennis Center. A lot of stuff going on. Busy time of year now with the spring sports season. Golf gets started on Monday, and I'll be up there at the boys tournament for day 1 and then at the girls tournament for day 2, bringing you coverage from the state golf tournaments as the Roseburg boys and girls both make it in. First pitch here for Zach Collins, a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, runner going. It's a line drive to first baseman Jonathan Stone. The runner was going. All he has to do is turn around and tag first for the double play. Quick hands there at first by Stone, and he'll double things off as the Indians get out of this 6th inning. Still a tie ball game, 3-3 as we go to the top of the 7th. Who wants it? We'll be back to find out after this on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Top of the 7th inning, it's a 3-3 ball game. We saw a walk-off in game 1. What will we get here in game 2? Leading things off against Ryan Sandoval will be the top of the order, Garrett Russell here. First one up. Garrett takes the first pitch for strike 1. Russell 1 for 3 in this ball game. Sandoval out of the windup. Breaking ball inside is just going to miss for a 1-1 count. Russell back in, the 1-1 delivery. Swings that one out to right field, has a chance to get down in fair territory at will. This is going to be extras for Garrett. He's headed for second, picking it up in right field. Clock will get it back in. It's a leadoff double for Garrett Russell. Finding some open territory down that right field side just along the line, and he has got great speed. He gets around first quickly and will head out to second base. And the Black Tornado trying to appeal at first, saying that Russell missed first base on his way for second. The appeal does not get upheld. Nobody out, man at second base for the Indians. Caden Johnson will stand in next. Had his first hit of the afternoon, game 1 and game 2 combined in the 5th, and it drove in a run for the Indians. He squares the bunt here, puts it back to the mound. No one covering third, so the only play is to first. Sandoval will make that. And up to third base goes Garrett Russell. Sack bunt, moving him around. 1 away. The go-ahead run for Roseburg, 90 feet from home with 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Sandoval will face Jonathan Stone. Infield is in. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch, a breaking ball. Stone 0 for 3 in this ball game. He has struggled at the plate today. He's had 3 walks in game 1, but he's 0 for 3 in this one. Ball gets away. Russell breaking for the plate. The Indians will take the lead on top 4-3 as he comes in to score on the wild pitch. So Roseburg takes the edge. Now can they hang on to it? They couldn't in game 1. Can they do it here in game 2? 4-3 your score. It's a 1-1 pitch to Stone. He gets underneath it. Out towards right field, pretty shallow. Coming in, Clock will make the play as he reaches up and squeezes the ball for out number 2. Might have been enough to score Russell from third on the sac fly, even if it hadn't been for the wild pitch. But the Indians take the lead, and now there's 2 away. Up to bat, it's Luke Lucido. Hits one towards short. In front of it, the throw across the diamond is good. 6-3 the putout. But the Indians get 1, and all they need is 3 outs to take the series against North Medford and finish out their conference slate with the win. We'll see if they can hold it when we come back. 4-3 your score as we head to the bottom of the 7th on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
I forgot that's probably why you guys were looking that way. I started thinking, oh yeah, Gretchen. Yeah, we went over there and watched. Come back for the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 4-3 lead. Roseburg in front. They've scored 1 run in the 5th, 6th, and 7th to come back and take the lead late. Cody Johnson stays on the mound for the Indians as we see if the Indians can hold the lead here in the 7th inning. They could not in game 1. First pitch, a called strike against Josh Robbins, the 8-hitter. He'll take for ball 1, evens things up, 1-1 count. There's one in for a strike. Breaking ball called for a strike against Robbins, and he's got a 1-2 count. He is 0 for 1 in this ball game. Has a ground out for an RBI and a sac bunt. He'll take a fastball high. Evens his count at 2-2. 2-2 count from Johnson, and he beans him. No, that one got behind him to the backstop. I think must have rolled all the way back. How that didn't hit him, I'm not sure. That one, a breaking ball that Cody just didn't get the spin on. Full count now. Johnson will step on the rubber. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Robbins goes down with the strikeout. It's your 5th good vibration strikeout of the game for Cody Johnson. Been a pitcher's duel today. Sandoval and Johnson both going deep into this game, and it's been a tight one. 4-3 the score right now. Roseburg trying to hang on. 1 down. First pitch swinging for Nick Samudio. Swings and misses for strike 1. Johnson trying to finish it off. Scoring a bunt, Samudio takes, and that ball is just off the edge. One pitch from Johnson. Strike on the inside corner this time. He goes back to the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now against the left fielder, 9-hitter. Johnson tries to overthrow that one, puts it in the dirt, and it goes to a 2-2 count. Murillo will stand back in. He's 0 for 2 in this ball game. Last time up, he struck out. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He strikes out again. 6th strikeout of the game for Cody. This 7th inning is brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 2 down. Quentin Rummery, the top of the lineup, stands in. First pitch, a called strike. Rummery 1 for 3 today. Breaking ball gets him to swing and miss for strike 2. Oh-2 delivery coming up. Johnson trying to polish off a 1-2-3 inning for the win. Strike 3 called, and Cody will win it as he fires it right down the middle, and Rummery just watches it go by. The Indians win 4-3. They'll get a split, but they win the series against North Medford this season. Roseburg comes out on top in a pair of 1-run games. North takes game 1. Indians take game 2. We'll come back with the Roseburg Disposal post-game show to wrap it up for you and recap this one. A wild day at the ballpark with a lot of fun and great baseball had by everybody. We will come back. The Roseburg Disposal postgame show coming up. That 7th inning brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Back after the 2-minute break on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Cody Johnson strikes out the side in the bottom of the 7th inning to preserve a 4-3 complete game victory, and the Roseburg Indians will take Game 2 of today's doubleheader, which gives them the season series win against North Medford, taking 2 out of the 3. And for the Roseburg Indians, big win there. Way to finish out the conference slate. They will go to 16-7 overall and 12-6 in conference play. Roseburg will finish 2nd in the Southwest Conference this year, and it was a great conference season. Some games they'd like to have back, but for such a young squad to be so resilient this year, they've done a pretty impressive work out there this season for the Roseburg Indians, and now they look to try and carry that over into the postseason, which will be beginning in a little more than a week's time. So it'll be a week from this coming Monday. Roseburg will play a non-conference game that won't really affect anything. It'll just be kind of a playoff tune-up against Westview coming up on Wednesday this next week. Final score in Game 2 of the doubleheader, 4-3. Roseburg comes away with it. This is the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Taking a look at the final numbers here, 4 runs on 7 hits for the Indians, no errors. 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for North Medford in Game 2 of the doubleheader. North Medford won Game 1 8-7 in a walk-off to get the first victory against Roseburg this season. A great day of ball games here at the ballpark. I know they didn't all go our way, but some very exciting baseball. A walk-off win, 1-run game in the first, and a 1-run game in Game 2, finishing with a strikeout the side. Man, you cannot ask for more exciting baseball in critical moments than what we just got today. Cody Johnson picks up the win for Roseburg, pitches all 7 innings. Ryan Sandoval will take the loss. He also pitched all 7. A great pitcher's battle for both guys here in today's ball game. Taking a look at how it all played out. Roseburg took a 1-0 lead in the top of the second, but North Medford would tie it up in the bottom of the second. 2 runs in the bottom of the third for North Medford would give them a 3-1 advantage. That would be the last time they'd score, though, as Cody would pitch out of a couple of jams here and there. His defense gave him some help, and he would hold North Medford scoreless the rest of the game. Meanwhile, Roseburg's offense started to produce. They get 1 run in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings as they come back, scoring the go-ahead run in the top of the 7th. Garrett Russell gets on with the leadoff double. Sacrifice bunt by Caden Johnson moved him to third. And then he scored on a wild pitch to give Roseburg the 1-run edge. They win 4-3. We'll come back and look at some of the numbers and then wrap this one up for you. We also have your Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning Player of the Game to be announced here in Game 2. Come back with more of the post-game show brought to you by Roseburg Disposal after this on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks the outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer in you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Back with more of your Roseburg Disposal postgame show here on 1490 The Score. Roseburg Baseball coming at you here today. Roseburg Disposal, let them make the run to the dump for you. Now the Indians get 1 out of 2 here today. Nice way to finish out the conference slate for the Indians. They'll be your number 2 team in the Southwest Conference, and I believe they should probably have home field advantage going into the first round of the playoffs. I don't know if what they did today is going to be enough to get them to be able to get home field advantage in the second round. That is barring an upset in the first round for the higher-ranked team on the other side of the bracket against them. But nonetheless, the Indians are in the playoffs, and we'll just see where that takes us going forward. Taking a look at today's ball game. Taking a look at the pitching numbers to finish this one out, Cody Johnson gets the win. 7 innings worked, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Big total there for him, including all 3 strikeouts in the 7th inning. On the other side, 7 innings worked, 7 hits for Ryan Sandoval. Gave up 4 runs, only 2 earned, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts for him. Both pitchers go the distance in this one, so we did not have a Shelby and Migulena call to the pen. That's Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. So both pitchers go in the distance. Cody picks up the win. I believe that is his second. Yep, it goes to 2-2 in conference. Up to over 40 strikeouts on the season with the 7 here today. So a great performance for him. He's over 40 innings worked as well this season for the Roseburg Indians. Taking a look at your offensive numbers for the Roseburg Indians, 7 hits in the ball game. Garrett Russell finished with 2. He had a single and the double in the 7th that ended up getting him into scoring position to wrap up the victory. Caden Johnson gets 1 hit in this one, goes 1 for 2. He had 2 sack bunts in there as well. Luke Lucido goes 1 for 3. Zach Mandera goes 1 for 3. And Cody Johnson goes 2 for 3 in this ball game, as he had a run scored in the 2nd, and he drove in what was the game-tying run in the 6th. On the other side for North Medford, a lot of guys with 1 hit. Quentin Rumry with a hit, Brandon King, Ryan Sandoval, John O'Gasman, Ryan Klauck, and Zach Collins all picked up 1 hit in the game. It looks like Ryan Klauck, the only one with an extra base hit. He had a double in the 2nd inning. So that is a look at your offensive numbers here tonight as we wrap things up for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Indians win 4-3. It's time now to name our Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning Player of the Game. Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Your Player of the Game, we did it in Game 1. It kind of fit the same bill in Game 2. It's the pitcher, Cody Johnson. He had a great day on the mound as he gets the win and finished really strong, but he also had a nice day at the plate, going 2 for 3, scoring a run and driving in the game-tying run. So nice day for Cody at the plate and on the mound. Cody Johnson, your Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning Player of the Game. Well, folks, that is going to wrap things up for us here today from North Medford High School and Jim Maccabee Field. It's been a lot of fun. I'm happy that all of our technical difficulties that we kind of dealt with at the start of the game appear to have worked themselves out. So that is good news for everybody involved, including yours truly. Thank you so much for sticking through with everything going on. And we are always happy to be bringing you Roseburg baseball here on The Score, so appreciate that. Again, Roseburg will play a non-conference game against Westview on Wednesday. We've been the game is scheduled for 4:30. Been told that it may move just so that Westview can get down and get back home at a reasonable time because it's a long drive on a school night. So Wednesday, though, we will have Roseburg baseball for you. It's at Legion Field, so looking forward to another game there at home at Legion Field. It'll be after the rankings freeze. The rankings freeze tonight at 10 o'clock in the OSAA Power Rankings, so it's a game that won't affect any of the rankings. It won't affect any of the standings. It's just a game to tune things up for the upcoming postseason. So look forward to bringing you that one. Roseburg and Westview coming up Wednesday at Legion Field. We'll have that for you, and just watch 1490 The Scores page there at 541radio.com, and we'll let you know exactly when those games will be played. Also coming up on Monday, I'll be up at the state golf tournaments going on for the boys and the girls. On Monday, I'll be at the boys. Tuesday, I'll be at the girls, but we'll be providing you updates once an hour throughout the afternoon on how things are going for the Roseburg boys and girls at the golf tournament as they both qualify. So looking forward to covering some golf for you on Monday and Tuesday. We'll have Roseburg baseball on Wednesday. And then on Friday next week, I'll be up at the state track and field meet in Eugene doing a 2-hour special of Off the Wall, bringing you plenty of coverage from the state track and field meet there at Hayward Field. So a lot going on coming up over the next week. That'll do it, though, folks. We'll wrap things up here. Want to say thanks to North Medford High School for hosting us here today. Always a lot of hospitality from them. Want to say thanks, as always, to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Troy Thompson, and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford and Dale Cranford back in the studio for all the technical stuff they had to do out there, and a big thanks to Rob Thomas, who came in and tried to help make sure that we were going to get on the radio today with the broadcast. So a lot of people helping out on the radio side of things. We appreciate everybody and everything they did to get us on the air today. And then finally, as always, fans, we want to thank you for tuning in for today's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. It's been a pleasure to bring you another conference slate of Roseburg baseball. Let's get ready for the playoffs. Next game's coming up on Wednesday, non-conference contest, and then the playoffs start next Monday, a week from 2 days from now. So just over a week away till the start of the playoffs when the Indians look to try and make a run, and we'll see where things go. All right, folks, we'll sign off there. We'll talk to you on Wednesday with more Roseburg baseball, and we hope you will join us. Time to be determined. Right now, we're looking at a 4:15 start time. We'll see if that number holds, but we'll be bringing that to you coming up on Wednesday. You can catch Roseburg baseball as the regular season ends and we get ready for the postseason right here on Douglas County's home for sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. All right, Brenton, thank